up, late? What is up, late? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Like I already said, give me 1 sec. I need to turn on the light. There we go. We got everything under control now. Anyway, today I want to do a little bit of a live stream on a little bit of a recap. You know, what happened last week. I thought it was quite an interesting week because I, for one, uploaded a lot and I got a lot of feedback. And there were just a lot of topics there where I was just like, what is actually happening in the world? You know, what is actually going on in all the different locations and what's happening, especially in the K-pop world, which I just think is a phenomenal. Either way, today I also want to just focus a little bit on topics that I thought were interesting. The first thing I want to talk about is actually GOT7. I think GOT7 is a group that I just don't even understand why I never looked at them. I had to get repeated multiple times that I should be looking at them. And for people who don't know what GOT7 is, let me bring it up on the screen actually. Let me fix this up a little bit so everything is straight. So I just uploaded a video on GOT7 and their video with Just Right. Now, Just Right to me is literally a masterpiece of an MV. I don't want to show the MV purely because I know that this video is going to be taken down or this live stream will be taken down, and that is something that we don't want. You know, we don't want that. We don't want this stream to end randomly because in many cases it actually does, which is still okay. I have to get back into the frequency, you know, of actually live streaming. I think live streaming is something still very difficult, especially on YouTube. There's so many things you have to prepare in advance, of which I did, and then you still realize there's still 2-3 things missing, but everything is sorted now, luckily. Back to GOT7. I just want to say that the video for GOT7 with Just Right is just amazing. Everything they did in this MV really just got me by surprise in a really, really, really good way. And for me, that's also very important because it just shows that there are teams out there that it doesn't matter if a video is from 2015 or 2022, as long as you do a good job on it, a video can hold up very, very well. So with the video from Just Right, which I have on the screen right here, you know, this video is from 2015. It's literally 7 years old. I'm not saying the technology back then was terrible in any case, but it just shows that with today's standards, it's really holding up strong. Like, I would have thought that this video is still from 2022 if I didn't look at the date. Like, that is how well it was put together with all the small details. Let's see if I can find a certain point which I thought was very interesting to talk about. It wasn't this one. Well, actually it is part of it. So with this particular shot, for example, that we have on the screen, can you guys even see? Because it's quite small. Should we just open up the full video? Let's actually do that. So GOT7 Just Right. So you actually see a little bit of a bigger screen as well. But we don't want to listen to the music because I'm going to get demonetized. But if we look at, for example, shots like, let me have a look. This one, let's go back again. He should be standing on the clock, or that where it actually was. This shot to me got me a little bit by surprise. I thought, like, man, this is actually amazing to see how real it looks. It really looks as if he's really sitting on this element, you know, I think this is the minute hand or the hour hand. I think it's the hour hand actually, and he's just sitting perfectly there. And I'm wondering, how did they green screen that? Because for someone to chill like that, they more or less also have to understand that he has to be in that position, you know, like how would it be to sit on such an element? And then if we look a little bit further, you can basically see this shot where basically what they did is they made that clock full size, aka they made it a set that represents the clock. So they have the pink wall, aka the clock face, which was also pink, and then the Just Right text. They all just made it a bit bigger, and then they also just made sure that the hour hand in the corner here is actually still there and visible. In other words, it's as if he can really sit on it, and if you put them together and blend them perfectly together, you can get a very cool effect like this. So what I can predict here is to basically put two shots on top of each other and look what happens. It just looks phenomenal. I mean, you really just cannot complain about it, and I don't know how they did it. I just want to say compliments, you know, compliments to these people that are actually taking the time to put a lot of details and a lot of time into these type of videos. Again, 2015, guys, you know, there's a lot of videos that don't even hold up to here. The shot that really got me by surprise though was this particular one on the table. So what they did on this particular table, which I still think is fantastic, is basically all of it is real. So this entire set is real. I don't know from how big it is, but I can only imagine that it goes from more or less here over to here. So basically where the cornflakes is, everything there is a full live set. Because if we go further, it all of a sudden zooms in. And then he's really standing there. The boxes, the dimensions, the shadows, the lighting, it just looks real because it is 100% real. And the dead giveaway later, I mean, here you can see more or less it's green screen again. So again, it's all again playing with a reference point from the studio, aka the real life-size set. But then if we go further into the main set, what they did here is they just rebuild it and it just looks phenomenal. I mean, again, I'm using that word a lot because it is just that good, and I really enjoy it. I think it's one of those videos which, what about if we just turn off the sound? We can play a little bit. No, like this just looks amazing. All this is two layers on top of each other. They're basically dancing in reverse, so the camera is behind them. They green screen it. They put a nice blur in front of it, so it, again, playing with the perspective a little bit and how cameras work, and made sure that she is sharp here. But it just looks really good. And then again, we're going to jump back into the real life studio where they're just dancing with the correct lighting as well. And also something that I realized later is that how correct they are with the lighting actually here, which I really enjoy. So what you can see here, let's actually find a reference point here. This room has a lot of windows. As you can see, there's a window here, there's a window there, but more or less you can see the sun is coming from the left side of the window. And if we go back to that shot again, where they're all dancing, where is the sun coming from? The left side. The attention to detail is just perfect. And I just want to say, my, this is something you do not see too often in any type of K-pop video. The details are just done. You know, I don't know how much time it took them to make this MV, but they really just hit the ball out of the park with this one, and they did a very good job on it as well. Today my nose is a little bit itchy. I don't really know, but I think it's because of all the dust, because it's quite a warm day and I have a dust allergy. A little bit annoying. I do have a filter on actually to take away the dust, but you never know how good they actually work, you know, like it's all a bit skeptical. Yeah, that is something I just wanted to talk about. I wish I could watch the MV with you guys again. Maybe it would be nice, but you know how it is. It's a little bit difficult, and you don't want to get taken down on YouTube. You know, it's a little bit of one of those topics that you just don't want to focus on. I don't know, getting banned just seems really bad, and I don't know how it works with YouTube 100%, but it does seem like a lot of people can come by and actually take away your channel all of a sudden. No one wants that. The bigger topic of today that I wanted to talk about is actually BlackPink again. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a Blink or anything. I don't even know what it takes to be a Blink. Like, do you have to drink their blood or something? I have no clue. Maybe you just have to be a fan. Maybe you just only have to like the music. In that case, a lot of people will be Blinks. But what I want to talk about today is literally the comeback of BlackPink. BlackPink is, I don't know why, let me take a step back there, but when I started uploading the teaser videos, the concept videos, a lot of people were actually quite negative about the concepts, and it seems like the people are quite split as well. I don't understand why this is, because if I look at BlackPink, if I look at SHINee, if I look at BTS, if I look at any big group out there, it's hard for me to just say, well, I don't like one of the members, you know, it's everyone that makes the team. So what is actually going on? I cannot really explain, and it's something that I'm trying to figure out a lot. So I'm just looking into it a little bit more. But then on one of my videos, so I made a video on 3 of the girls, but I forgot Lisa. Well, I didn't really forget her. It was just planned for the next day, because when the moment I uploaded the one from Rose, the video wasn't there yet. At least it wasn't uploaded onto my YouTube. Maybe there was a bug. I cannot say. But either way, all of a sudden people started writing this word called OT3. I have never, ever heard of the word OT3 in my life before. I don't even know what it means. I don't know what it has to do with anything until I started researching it. And it's actually phenomenal to see what OT3 actually stands for, and the cult behind it really got me by surprise. And also it's quite weird. So I found this channel, by the way, which is just OT3 BlackPink. Okay, whatever. And this is the channel name. If you want, you can ban her. I think whatever you want to do with it, I don't really care. But what I want to say is that it is quite a toxic perspective, like a real toxic perspective. If we just look at the words here, for example, Queen Vocal, Visual and Dance, Rose. Okay, Queen Rap, Jennie. Queen Dance, Lisa. Kind of interesting. I just thought that the rap Lisa was always the rapper. Can't really say why it's so changed around. But then the Quite Ugly comes, and that is called Queen of Ugly, Jisoo. Why? Like, why do you have to get vulgar all of a sudden and start intimidating people, or, really just insult people? And it's funny because when I go to my Facebook page, or sorry, whatever I upload, to K-pop, a lot of people were just thinking even that Jisoo was not part of the group, but someone else. In this case, some people even thought that Lisa was not part of the group, for example, in this group. And it seems like everyone is just pick and matching people together for a group. I don't understand why they do that. Like, what's even the point of it? Can someone just explain it? Like, why would people go and take that time to really just split members into different concepts? Like, it's a really weird thing, and it's weird that people are really taking the time to pull these groups apart, which fascinates me in all full interest. Like, it's like, A, I just don't understand it, but B, it's also like, why would you do this? But then again, people do it, people seem like they're up for it, and I can't really take it out. But it's something that I really just learned new, and it just got me fully by surprise. And again, why should one member not be included? Like, am I the only one that actually thinks that a group should be a group? You cannot just start excluding people. Like, can you imagine if one of the BTS members just leaves? Do you still think it will be that the group will still be called BTS? Most probably, purely because it's a bigger group and there is quite a lot of members there. But if you look at BlackPink, BlackPink is 4. Like, I cannot see a BlackPink with 3. It would be weird. Maybe it would take a little bit of remarketing for them to come together as BlackPink with 3 members. But why would you even consider it? It's really weird. By the way, I just want to turn on that light. It's really bright today. There we go. I think that's a little bit better also for my headache. I'm very light sensitive, and bright lights really do my head in. So whenever I go on a set or, behind stage, or whether it's a set design, lights really just hurt me. So I bring sunglasses. I actually have a pair here just in case, but I don't want to wear them today. But yeah, this is something I thought was very interesting. I think it's really interesting to see how members and people are really trying to break up groups. It really just shows it's a very toxic behavior. I think people are very vulgar, and people shouldn't be doing this. Let's actually read What's Happening by Spicy Ben. The majority of K-pop fan base are young teenagers to young adults. It's all bandwagoning. Yeah, bandwagoning. Man, what a tongue twister you're throwing at me. Yes and no. I don't really think that a lot of these K-pop people are young. If I look at my analytics, I don't have a lot of people that are under 18, which is really, really weird. I can really see that with the age, and most of them are from 18 to 35 or 36. I forgot what the threshold actually is there, but it's interesting that a lot of these people are fighting for these groups. They're really fighting to make sure that the groups do what they want to do. Like, man, they have their own groups behind them. I mean, a lot of people have, like, for example, SMEntertainment stands behind them. What's the one from BTS called? I forgot. Hype labels. All these labels are doing their job to make sure that the groups are working. The groups are only working because the labels want them to work. Again, the labels are the ones controlling these groups. Without the labels, you don't have these groups. And in fact, these groups don't have anything without these labels. Like, imagine these groups just didn't exist. Well, the labels wouldn't exist. They would be doing something else. At the end of the day, we have to see K-pop, sadly, as a as a product, which is sad because I think BlackPink is part of it quite heavily. I think BTS, I think generally all the bigger groups are now more or less a product. I wonder what's actually going to happen with groups like BTS at the moment. I didn't look into it right now. I see that they're also releasing a lot of solo work, but what does that actually mean? I cannot really say where they're going to end up, but that is totally fine. Like, you cannot control everything at the end of the day. So what can you say? I mean, if it's a worldwide, they're mostly 18 to 35, but in Korea, it is very skewed in the young. There is a K-pop channel from Korea called DK TV that was talking about the topic you're currently on. Really? Let's actually bring it up possibly on the screen. I'm going to not bring it onto the main screen. Let me actually close it off just in case it is some copyright stuff. I just don't want to get this blocked at the moment, let's say. But let me have a look at it. So what are you saying? DK, what a name actually. DK TV. What a name. Let me have a quick look, man. DK TV. I think it's I mean, I'm not finding let me have a look. I'm not finding the topic. Wow. They have a lot of subscribers, not gonna lie, but that's okay. But they also make a lot of shorts now. Either way, I think it's really cool what they're doing. I think it's really cool that they can talk about topics like this. Topics should always be talked about, whether it's positive or not, but I should have a look into them as well. Thanks for sharing with it. It's just such a weird name. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a name that I would look up or find in my algorithm really quick. But I'll keep it open. I'll keep it here. I'm just going to throw it on the screen as well. I think it should be this one. This is the video. Sorry, the channel. And it's nice though. It's really nice that they are talking about all these topics, like you said. So I need to have a look into it. And also maybe I can disagree with something, you know, always super cool. Kind of funny as well that it's actually two guys. Like, you don't see a lot of guys talking about K-pop, especially two people, which is even cooler. So good on them. I'm happy for them. But yeah, that's my entire thought on BlackPink at the moment. Some people are even scared to see what is going to happen with their album. Some of them even complained that, what do you call that song? How You Like That? It was really interesting. Like, someone actually came to me and explained to me what was happening. But what they basically said is that the comeback of How You Like That was a disgrace. Like, they were not happy with it at all. And he wasn't saying that because he wanted to bash the song or anything. He said that the expectations from the people was very different from what they promised, which is weird. And I can understand what is causing this. Like, for me, I don't know what the concept teasers were or anything. I didn't watch that from back then. I didn't even have my channel back then. But with Pink Venom, it will be the same if all of a sudden Pink Venom with the dark theme all of a sudden is very uplifting, very happy. It will be very contradicting, and I can imagine a lot of people will be quite upset about it as well. You know, like it needs to work out. And my fear is with this video, there's a lot of hype on the budget. The budget is one of the biggest things out there that is pushing the comeback. I don't know why they started with this, but I think this is quite a weak comeback. They should have focused maybe on talent, skill set, whatever. But with Pink Venom, I really hope that the budget is going to be utilized as good as possible, and not that it's just going to have a very high budget but a very low result, which is going to be a little bit disappointing, at least for me, because I am pumping for them to be the best video of 2022. This is what I'm hoping for, but who knows? We really cannot say. Check out the podcast episode where they discuss the Girls' Generation comeback. It's a recent video. Yeah, I also made a video on the comeback. I'm not really a big professional, if I can say so, on Girls' Generation, but I thought it's a bit of a... The video is interesting. I mean, let me have a look at it again just to remind myself. Let's close this down again. Again, I don't want to get taken down on YouTube. Generation. I think it's called Forever One now. First of all, the name itself is also kind of interesting. The number one is like hidden in the title. It sounds weird, but I completely skipped it, so I kept calling it Forever. Let me have a look at the MV very quick again. Just jumping through it very quick. Can I... You know what? I'm going to listen to it very quickly. One sec, guys. I need to refresh my mind a little bit. Okay, I remember. I don't know what they said in the podcast, but I do want to say that when I was watching this MV, I actually really enjoyed it. I think they did a really good job in trying to utilize as much as possible. And it was quite a happy ending for me. Like, I felt good about it. I thought it was quite insightful. And also from the techniques and how they utilized everything within the sets, really, really good. It all just looked bigger than what it is, if that makes sense. Like, let me actually bring it up on the screen. It's okay if I... share some of these things. But if we skip, for example, around some of the sets, they just look beautiful, because there's so much depth to it. You can see what is in focus, you can see what is out of focus, and it just looks really, really good. And you can also see what the focus is. I still have to look at the behind the scenes, which I didn't do. Most likely I'll plan it for next week. I do want to have a look at it. But they did a really good job with this MV, I must say. It was really just well focused, and also I enjoy good camera work, and I also just enjoy good editing overall. I just think it's very important. They have Gen 2 K-pop idols as guests from time to time. Wow. That is really impressive. I wonder if I'm ever going to get guests. I would love to see if it's possible in the future, but I don't think so. I'm maybe too international for that, so I can't really do anything for anyone actually, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is what it is, like you can't change it. But again, if you keep going, I'm going to keep going. Maybe one day I'll travel to Korea. We can set up like a meeting, I guess. I don't know if that's possible, but it's always worth it. Funny enough, I am getting emails lately of newer groups. They want me to promote their works, and I think it's nice that I'm getting these emails, because for them to get my email, it's not like it's posted anywhere big. It's like you have to go to the info section of my email, of my YouTube, and then you can write me a quick email for business inquiries, just in case you want to. But it would be nice in the future if we can maybe get an interview with a group, really just to see what's up, even if it's someone that is pretty new or someone that is pretty well established, would be cool either way. The problem I have with BlackPink is the naming tracks album. I personally feel it's generic. Like, I just feel the wording is recycled. Maybe they're trying to make songs. They're trying to make song names from lyrics from their older songs. Yeah, half of them are actresses and the other half are solo artists or TV radio hosts now. Yeah, before we go to the BlackPink element, I think that K-pop stars generally, the ones that have a solo career in something, they are doing much better in all the worlds, because they're training themselves in many, many, many different ways. If I look at, for example, Minho from SHINee, for me, I think he's a very good example to show what you can be if you don't only want to focus on K-pop. He's an influencer. He's always on Vogue. He's on TV shows. And you can also see this experience when it comes to MVs. It's just 100% more professional. A very good example as an entire group. Like, I think this is the best example ever. It's actually Super Junior. They are really professional when it comes to everything. They're filmmakers, they're directors, they're artists, they're singers, they're dancers, they're everything. Like everything you can throw from all the different groups. In the sense of, everyone has a bit of professionalism somewhere where they can assist each other. With BlackPink, I'm still wondering if they can do anything more than modeling, standing in front of a camera, as silly as it is, and doing BlackPink. As good as BlackPink is, I like the choreography, I like their music to a certain extent as well. But I do agree, and now we can slowly come into the BlackPink thing. Is it generic? I was watching, this was quite long ago, like I think it was 2 years ago, that someone uploaded a video and they discussed how generic the music is from BlackPink, and it was quite controversial because the comment section was like a war zone. You can see people who agreed with it to a certain extent, and you got to see the people that disagreed to a certain extent. And now, what do you do with these people? You just read through it and you actually get a good knowledge to see what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. But what the girl was actually saying was that if you listen to the music, it's all following that same ratio. Again, I'm just hoping that with this new budget, with this new allocation of them doing what they need to do, they are going to recreate possibly K-pop. They have the chance now, they have the spotlight now to really go out there and to show what they can do and maybe redesign the new generation of K-pop, whatever it's going to be. I'm looking forward to it purely because of that. If it's something going to be generic, I might be disappointed. Again, it depends on how everything is filmed, but for me, it really just depends on the entire product. Like, it's hard for me to just say, okay, it's good, okay, it's bad, okay, it's, I have to look at the full picture. But if it's going to be something generic, I think a lot of people will be disappointed and it will get the same result as How You Like That. Like, things were going up and down. It was good news, bad news. People didn't know what to think of it. I thought it was quite an interesting song. And then all of a sudden, the weirdest part for me is like the ending, like it's a bird, it's a play, whatever the ending is. All of a sudden it goes upbeat. And for me, it's like, does this even fit to the song? Like, was this a last minute choice? Like, what is the correlation to the rest of the song? Like, it was a little bit weird for me. Like, I didn't really understand it. So for me, it was a little bit confusing. And it seems like also one of the songs that I heard, like the ending was very, like I've heard it 1,000 times, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't too special for me. It was like, better just cut, before there, and then the song is over. I would have done that. Maybe that would have been better. Like, I just feel like the wording is recycled. Okay, we had that. Yeah, half of them are actresses and the other half are solo artists or TV. We all said that. Dream big. More reactors are being watched by Gen 4 groups. Really? I don't know if people are going to watch me. again, because I'm quite judgmental, but I do hope that they're going to watch me because I'm the kind of person I want to help them get further. When I look at MVs, again, my experience is making videos. That is my passion. That's my heart. This is what I do full time as a career as well. I want to push them further to get the best out of the best, because sometimes, and this is the problem when it comes to making videos, these Gen 4 groups, they have this vision, okay? They have this 1001 ideas, and they want to put everything in this box, but the box can only hold 10 items. And what do? You just get too much. And it's a little bit, how do I say it? It's just too much at times. Okay, maybe 10 is a little bit too little, but let's say from the 1,000 things, you can only put 100 things in the box. But they still try to cramp it in, and that is because they want to show who they are. But in my opinion, there are MVs out there, like Zach3, I think they're called. Yeah, Zach3 or SAC. I don't know, but I think it's just Zach3 with Beach again. Very simple MV, very simple formula, really good job on making sure that the video is entertaining. And this is what people should be looking at, not at trying to be the next BTS, the next BlackPink, the next Shiny. These are people with a lot of experience. They have teams that know what they're aiming for, what the concept is. And for new groups, they really have to watch out because, having bad MVs can also be just very bad for your track record. I just don't know a lot of these, I don't know all the generations. Like, I don't know who fits in what generation, but if we look at Shiny, for example, in their first ever MV, they have quite a strong portfolio. If you look at BTS, quite a strong portfolio. If you look at Big Bang, hell of a strong portfolio. Like these are all strong portfolios that you have to beat to a certain point, but it's kind of impossible as well. Like you cannot always, let me rephrase it. They want to mimic that on a smaller budget in today's standards, but it doesn't work like that. There's a lot of special effects. Things got cheaper over time, production value, in other words. But yeah, it's one of those topics, that's always just questionable, if I can say so. But yeah, I do hope that they watch me. If you do watch me right now, which I doubt, but if you do want to, hit over, I'll fly over to Korea. I'll pay for all my expenses and we can do a cool thing. Like, I would love to be on a set and maybe help them out to see what we can do better. Being an idol has become a guide, a godway. No, becoming an idol has become a gateway to gain. God damn, my eyes are getting bad. To gaining opportunities outside of music. True. It's really a start, but that's also for a lot of YouTubers and for a lot of Twitch creators. There's always a chance that you can get further, Like, I think these platforms, just getting out there and someone seeing, like, I want that personality in my show, that is something that you want to do. Like, I'm not aiming with this channel to be super big. My goal is to maybe get recognized, that maybe in the future I can actually go behind the scenes and be part of, like, the crew of filming the behind the scenes and do interviews and talk to them and see how everything is going. Like, for me, that is one of the better things, to do out there. Give me one sec. For me, I personally want to see other producers make music for BlackPink, not just Teddy Park. Yeah, that's another thing, by the way. I don't understand with BlackPink why they keep on using the same producer. I think he's good. Like, don't get me wrong, but he's using that same formula all the time. Like, even if we look at this style, we have seen this quite often. I mean, let me bring it up again. I need to close this down for a second. But let me bring up a random song. BlackPink. Name me one. Name me any BlackPink song. I want you guys to choose. Not that I am, forcing it on people. I don't want that idea. So just tell me which one you want me to look at, which MV. Actually, we might as well just do Whistle. I didn't see that MV ever. Okay, Kill This Love. Okay. Let's kill this love. Yeah. Never mind. Kill This Love. There we go. Oops. That word. The word love had 4 typos. Like, I spelled everything wrong. So we're just going to be skipping through this MV again because I think it's a valid point. I don't know what to read or how to read your sentence. The last part. What live on MV you haven't seen? What do you mean? You want me to look at an MV or what is the what would you like me to do? But very quickly, let's jump it. Oh, I'm already in it. Sorry. So if we look at BlackPink, and by the way, while I'm analyzing this, please just send me another MV that you want me to look at. We can just jump over it again. But what I always look at from a director is look at his style. Every director has its own uniqueness, and that is what makes every director special. When I get clients, they like what I do, and they want me to use that style in their business or in an MV. I don't really do too many, but for product videos or anything like that, like I have my style and I have my angle that I like to use it, and it's really hard to explain what it is, but it's just a visualization of what's happening in the brain. But anyway, if we look at the colors in here, they're very harsh colors. It's very heavy. The colors are very thick, if I just want to say it. They don't give a lot of space to breathe. Heavy contrast, as we can see here as well. And if you think about contrast doesn't have to be in between black and white, but even just looking at it here, for example, the white is really white, the blacks are really black, heavy contrast. The colors are very thick, like I say. So give me another MV, guys, so we can just do a cross analysis, okay? We can just jump through it. I like the colors, though. You know, I liked how everything is filmed. I think it's really cool. I think the set designs are also really nice. Is a song or a B-side from BlackPink? Because I haven't or seen yet. Haven't heard. So you want me to look at multiple MVs? At least I would presume. Is that what you're saying? I guess that's it. Just tell me if I'm right, Leia. You know, you can always correct me. I mean, at the moment, we're just going to be looking at Teddy's work. I think it's going to be worth it. But like I say, so if we look at these videos in particular, they are quite thick in colors. You know, they always want to make sure that everything is visible. Everything is, you know, in your face. They want to have BlackPink all over you. That's what they want to sell to you, you know, and it's nice. Like, I think it's really a cool idea. Like, I also like that kind of idea that when you shoot products or anything, you really want to throw them at people. But if we look at the colors, for example, like I say, it's thick, it's bright, it's very contrasting. But if we go to another MV, I don't know, Whistle, I don't know if this is from Teddy though, but we can have a look to see if they follow that same formula. Forever Young, I will do that one as well. At the moment, we're looking at Whistle. But if we look at the colors again, we see the same idea again. Thick color, heavy blacks. This looks a little bit weird. I think CGI is still one of the things you should always jump away from. Let me go back. Again here. Blacks, heavy color. Let's go further. Blacks, heavy color. Here, a lot of color. Heavy contrast. They're really good videos. There's a very nice vibe to it. But when I think of Pink Venom, most likely it's going to look like this. If you look at this and, for example, this, do you guys see a difference? Do you guys see a difference between this and this? I mean, for all I care, you know, I could literally just say, maybe I'll just do it for fun. You know, like on Twitter, I would just make a fake post to say, oh, I got a screen grab from the Pink Venom. People might even think that this is going to be the video, only because of looking at the colors, looking at the concepts. Even the hair color here, for example, I think this is on Jenny. But let me go to BlackPink here. The same hair color is now on Lisa. Do you see? It's a little bit repetitive for what's happening here because they're following those same color schemes. Do you see it? Makes a... Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I know how terrible my keyboard is. Like sometimes I don't even know. Do I have it on German? No, now I have it on English. And you really think it's going to look like Black Mamba? I don't know that. It might. I just think it's going to follow this recipe here that we see. Let's see if there's more scenes to it, or is this literally like so many scenes? Is there any more that's black? I think it's going to be following this kind of concept, these kind of colors, darker colors, and these are the kind of things that we're going to see in the MV as well. Like these, that's my theory. You know, my theory is purely this. Let's see if there's anything else. Nah, that's a little bit too vibrant with the pink. So this is exactly, so this is what I expect of seeing actually. These kind of colors, heavy blacks, a lot of, you know, darker colors, but I do hope they're going to just lift it up to the next level. someone just made another one, Forever Young, no? Yeah, let me have a look at Forever Young. You mean the BTS? Wait, BlackPink, no? Come on, BlackPink. Okay, so here we have the MV as well. This is stylistic, a little bit different, but again, we can see it. The thing with BlackPink is that we're going to see things like this. We're going to see, again, those darker colors, and then some of the lighter colors point out a little bit and be a little bit stronger, like we can see here. But that is the... like, in all honesty, I should actually make a video dedicated on this to say that all the MVs of BlackPink so far are following that same rhythm. You know, I think you guys cannot even say what video this was if I had to look at it. I think it's quite interesting. Again, blacks, the pink stands out, heavy contrast, black, even though there's a really nice shots. Like, I'm not talking about the camera work here, I'm just talking about the colors and the direction they want to go for. But it's really, really cool, actually, as well, to just analyze this like this. Again, one of those shots that I can imagine they're going to use for Pink Venom. Maybe a little bit less green in the background, but should be possible. What a weird shot, actually. I never looked at this video either, but why would you make a video with a picture in the background? That's a really weird choice. Like, why not have a video, like something a little bit more moving? But this is literally a still image. Why? Wow. Okay, I don't even want to question it. Like, I don't want to bash anyone for it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh yeah, actually this is fan-made. Oh, thank God. I don't know what, but it really just showed. That's what I was saying, you know, like, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between all the different shots, but that's nice at least that they... Thank you. Thank you for... Wow, I really feel a little bit stupid. I'm happy though that I mentioned, you know, that it's really hard to see that difference in MVs. I think that's cool. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that you guys pointed it out, and I'm happy that I didn't even see it. Like I say, when something becomes very similar, it's really hard to say whether something is even made by fans or whether something is made by the production houses themselves. Really quickly, let's bring up Shiny videos. I think this is a really good indication, you know. I mean, we had the throwback series already with Shiny, where you can literally see how videos have changed over the course of time. But if we look at Shiny, for example, let me think. Let's look at Lucifer. I think Lucifer is one of my favorite songs, actually. So in 2010, so this was more or less the start of Shiny. This was more or less the style of Shiny. This was also quite popular for many MVs. But what I like about it is still that over the years, they're trying to mix it out, have a bit of fun with it, trying to see what they can find. Because if all of a sudden we go from Shiny to Don't Call Me, okay? They basically modernized what they had, and they just added a few more colors to it. Like, it's a little bit more fun to look at, you know? It's refreshing. You're like, man, the group has grown up. The MV got better. Really, really, really awesome. You know, that is what you want to have when you want to generate excitement, which I think is very, very important. Also, always nice to see Taemin again. Sometimes I'm looking at a little bit of an update on Taemin. Sometimes I look at videos on Instagram. I wanted to say Twitter, but I always thought that Taemin was, that he doesn't upload too much. And I'm wondering if some of the later videos are literally from him or not, because Anyu is sharing a lot of stuff on Instagram. You know, give him a little follow if you want to. He gives some really good updates as well on his life, which I think is fun. But think about this, okay, for a second. Shiny came out with Don't Call Me in 2021, okay? Now, they also had the other song with Atlantis, but just have a look how different it is, how refreshing the entire look is on the MV, how beautiful and vibrant it is compared to the other MV. You know, it just makes you want to look, because you're like, man, this is different. My eyes are pinpointed to everything. I want to know, like, why is it different? How different is it? Really, really cool. But with BlackPink, if you just look at the MVs, they're a little bit similar. That's why, again, I really hope they're gonna go out of the way today with this MV and create something that is super, super exciting for all of us. Okay, let's actually think about what's happening on the chat. Dreamcatcher. I need to have a look at that video very quick. From Boa, no? Just looking at the video here a little bit, yeah, I think they could go for this vibe. Could be nice, you know. For example, with Odd Eye, I think that will be a really good video to get some inspiration from. At least this is the vibes that I would be getting. But then again, I hope that they don't do it. I hope that they create something that's really refreshing and new. This is the thing, you know, they're really trying to hope and push this forward. And I really hope that they're going to do this as well. I really just hope that they're going to go and just aim for it, you know, let them actually do it. Like, let them actually create something fresh. Dreamcatcher have a rock vibe to them. Yep, they have this rock vibe to them. It's very different. If you listen to general K-pop, it might shock you, but it takes a couple of songs and then you get back into it, which I think is fine. I think this is even for fan. Yeah, I read that. Someone made a fan-made video for Ready for Love. How did they even get the footage? I have no idea, but it's nice again, you know, that fans do this. It's free publicity for BlackPink. They must be happy as anything. I think Cardi has, that's one of the when it comes to Card, it's one of those groups that I didn't look at yet, but I actually should. I should. Like, I didn't do it for it. I just didn't understand them yet, and there were a lot of videos out there which I just didn't do yet, you know. So actually, it's a good idea. I really need to check out Card. Is it Card or Cardi? I don't know. How would you say it? But I really enjoy looking at good MVs. Like the video that I looked at last with GOT7 and Just Right, that really hit me in the right spot. That really made me feel good, made me feel happy, made me feel quite pleasant with myself, because it's quite difficult to find good videos out there lately. I think it's one of those. So it's literally Card, no? Okay. So, yeah, this is man, it's so warm today. Like, even now, it's boiling up, you know. I think right now it's like 30 degrees outside, and I have ventilators running in my entire room, cooling it down. But I will get there. Give me 1 second. I want to point the ventilator at me, actually. Alrighty, I'm back again. But yeah, I'll check her out for sure. Thanks for the recommendation. I had her on my list. I just didn't push her forward in any way. By the way, the fan is blowing right at me right now on the mic. I don't know if you can hear it. I hope not, but it should be fine. Can I make my hair move a little bit in the wind? Nope, my hair is too thick. Yeah, VIX is really one of those groups that I actually enjoyed. I think, I mean, I reviewed them. I think it's one of those groups that I see a lot of potential in, but they just need to find the right agency. They need to really find that right agency that needs to promote them further, get the bigger budgets, and push forward. But, you know, let me say it like this. Why would an agency all of a sudden invest into a newer group? Yeah, I know it's dynamic, but the wind is still blowing at the muffle, you know, so it might be that it's giving micro vibrations. Can't really say. I'm happy I got this mic. I don't even know. This is not a mic pop. A mic pop is the thing in front of it, a windshield. Anyway, talking about VIX. I talked about it on one of my last live streams where the guy was actually talking about he was just, someone asked him, like, what makes a K-pop group or soloist successful? And he says it's really on the agency. If the agency wants and they throw all the money at them, they can really become successful if they do it right. But, you know, my entire argument, and this is what I learned when I worked for a lot of corporations. Why change something? I have a little bit of an itch, so it's also a little bit more suspenseful. But why change something if you can also just keep the old and keep pumping money out of it? You know, it doesn't really do anything. This is sad, but it's true. Like, there's a lot of, like, for example, I used to work at a Korean car manufacturer. I mean, there's only 2 or 3 now. You can guess which one. But working in the head office, you would really often hear, like, why change it if it's not broken and it's earning quite well? The answer is, what a lot of people don't want to do is show innovation. Like they claim every year they innovate product. That's why something you have product changes. That's the same like iPhone, let's say. Every year they add a little bit more. They could add much more, but they don't add too much because why? It costs a lot to do, but that's the thing. It's all about that cost profit ratio. They want to earn more than just spending. They also want to go on holidays once in a while. They want that. And that's why groups like hype labels, they can take a rest now from BTS, especially now that they're on their hiatus. They can literally just take a break from everything that they're doing. And it's because of that. They pumped the money into the right group and neglected most of the rest. And now we are in a stage where they have a lot of money and they have a little air to breathe, but this is how companies are. And I think VIX is in that dynamic world where it's really hard for them to justify why would anyone invest into them. Even if they have the skill, they really have to push next level if they want to push forward. Like, I don't know how the group is. Maybe none of them speak English. Maybe none of them have something that is eye-grabbing. And that's I think something that is important. The same is like, for example, with BTS. I sometimes wonder, because Rap Monster, let me put my mic here actually. Rap Monster is the only one at the beginning that used to speak English, if not mistaken. And what does that mean? I think that Rap Monster really helped with promoting the group internationally. And this is the reason why they got further than where they are. And this is also the reason why they can do what they want, I don't know where VIX is. Like, maybe the groups. Maybe we can look into a documentary about them. Maybe there's one literally about them there, which will be very nice. And we can check it out. I want to look deeper into groups anyway. I think it's very important to see the diversity of all the different groups. But this is something we just need to check over time and really just see in depth. I can't analyze it, but like I say, I think every group just has something that makes them more valuable. And for some of them, it might be dancing. For BlackPink, they all speak English, at least most of them. They all do amazing choreography, and they're beautiful girls. I mean, it's a selling factor, by itself. VIX, how much money do you have to throw at them? Like, how much money do you have to throw at them to make them more valuable? Put them on a break for a year, let them learn English, like I just read. I watched a documentary about the 9 Muses. My God, what a video. I think it's even on my YouTube channel that we watched it all together, because I didn't get taken down, funny enough. But wow, what a, it really just shows, again, but you can also see the managers. The managers were even talking, like, their thing was always like, how much do we have to do more to get them where they have to be? On a smaller group, it's cheaper, but it costs a lot more money to get them somewhere, to really make that punch. But with bigger groups that have that uniqueness, that punch can be smaller and they can invest less because they have that uniqueness. I actually want to continue reading some of the messages now. SMEntertainment has some of the most underrated talent. I would say that they actually have the most talented gathered. That they have the most talent gathered there, that are on the cusp of superstardom. Oh, really getting too far. Okay, yeah. Might be. Again, they just need that pump. But the question is, when are they going to get it? If they wait too long, that stardom is going to go away. That's always the case. The boat would have left. Well, none of them speak English in VIX, but Ravel has his own agency and is really big. But is it big enough to grow VIX? You understand? Like, it's not just about what everyone has to offer as an agency or as English or not. It's really, what can I do as a group to get further altogether? It's a really big scope. You have to think about all the different aspects. Like, how do you get into the media? How do you get into the production houses? Is there going to be enough production houses in Korea that can support us? You also have to think about this, and I might be wrong, but even me being a filmmaker, if I specialize myself into Korean K-pop videos, I might be able to also pick up some new generations, purely because I have a feeling there are too many houses out there, production houses, that need support, take away some of that pressure. I can imagine groups like whatever, hype labels, SMEntertainment, whatever is out there, JYP. these companies are running 365, many hours on a daily basis because they have to prepare so much in generating videos. So I might be thinking, imagine if I just focus on it, see if I can get a group together, make a cool MV, start off like that, and go forward like that as well. Maybe move over to Korea. I don't know. I'm just thinking out crazy. But I think there is a market out there, to really help MVs out there. Let me make myself a little bit bigger this time, actually. There's a free documentary on YouTube, the 9 Muses. Yeah, it is really painful. Like, this is a really painful show to watch, I think, as well. It's a very difficult show to watch, purely because, like I say, it's just so devastating to see how far they have to push forward. I might actually watch it again on Twitch. If you do want to, just look for my name, Genkila, on Twitch. Just follow me there and we can watch it together. Do a bit of a movie night, because if I do it here, I get taken down. If I do it there is no restrictions. And we can just watch it nicely together, and pause it on the go if anyone has questions. Like, if you want to, just quickly go over there and just don't subscribe. I mean, you can, but just follow me there. No, you get notified when I'm live, and I think it's good to go. Sarah streams on Twitch now, and she always cries when she brings up her time in the group. Well, at least she is streaming on Twitch now. I hope it's helping her a little bit to get back into that fame world. Like, maybe it's actually bad that she wants that attention again, going back into that same routine, but I hope that she's doing fine. I should really have a look into that once as well. BAP and TS were also sad. Really? I don't know what's sad about it. I didn't watch anything that's sad about them yet, but again, we can maybe watch into it as well. Ravi's company is rather small still. He just lost Eiley. She didn't renew. Yeah, I think generally building a company is just really tough. Like, it's like, I'll just quickly talk into it. So I started a business myself. So in the film and photography segment, I really enjoy it. I think it's a fantastic work space for me. It just allows me to be active, not be in office, be somewhere, film, blah, 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 blah. And it's really difficult to find people that would stick around very long. And this is generally the case with agencies. Like, agencies have such a bad reputation where there's so much more out there. Like, why would you work in an agency? I don't want to claim myself as an agency. I just want to call myself a creative group, let's say, like that. And then from that, content creations. But it's so hard to keep people satisfied that they stay longer in the MVs, or in the MVs into the groups. And at the moment I'm struggling, like, now I have a second person. We're working very close together, but for how long? Like, even in the back of my head, I'm thinking, any day someone else can come, might offer something that is cooler. She sees the future. Can't really say, but gone. The person will just disappear, and then I have to replace that person as well. It's a really difficult situation generally. So I do hope that he can maintain it. Can anyone tell me his agency name? Like, I would like to contact it to see maybe I can do something with it. Like, what kind of agency is it? Like, is it an MV production agency or marketing agency? Because that's where I am. Maybe we can interlink a little bit. Sarah just was on a variety show about getting a second chance at doing music. It was several months ago. Don't remember the name of it. But did she get the second chance or not? Like, did she actually go forward with it, or did she jump out of it? Like, just tell me. I'm curious about that as well. Sarah just went on a BAP is a boy group that were popular even international during the second gen, and they sued their company SMEntertainment. TSN is always known for mishandling their groups massively, with even hurting them physically. TS closed down last year. Well, fuck them. That's all I have to say. It's really that simple, like, I don't understand why. Again, I cannot say because it's maybe just a Korean cultural thing, aspect, but at the same time, it's something that is just sad. I think anything that goes into physical is just terrible, and I don't understand it. There we go. Found it. The show is called Miss Back. Yep, she performed with other Gen 1 and Gen 2 artists. And what actually happened? So let me have a look at that that group. One sec. Grovlin. Grovlin. That's a cool name, actually. Where's the website, though? There's a Wikipedia page. What is with Korean websites? I can never, ever find them. But anyway, let me... Website. Is the agency even still alive? Maybe they took it down. He doesn't have his own agency, it seems. Like, that is actually quite interesting. Oh, Groovelin. Okay, I got it. Alrighty, I got it. It's missing one O. That's why I couldn't find it. So let's actually open up the page. I think this is going to be cool for you guys as well. So this is the company. They have a couple of artists here. They actually have a couple of MVs out there. I might actually check them out because, hey, maybe it's kind of cool. But let's have a look. Is it in English or is it in Korean? I hope it's... it's all in Korean. Okay. Oh, there it actually is. Groovelin is a hip-hop label newly established by artist Ravi in 2019. The official name Groovelin is a combination of the words groove and goblin, and the logo is shaped by the G of Groovelin between the goblin horns. Really? Let me have a look at that. I don't see it. Can I bring this on screen? Like, do you guys see it? Like, I have it on the top. Do you guys see the G? Like, what? Weird logo. It doesn't even matter. Groovelin has been working with Ravi, Cold Bay, Saido, recently enough. Well, they say here that... Did you not just say that a person left? Give me one sec. Oh no, so that's someone else. Nafla joined us, adding variety to the crew. Blue is planning to continue recruiting new artists and expand its field. Woo! Okay, they actually have a schedule. Very nice website though, like really, really cool. And actually very nice that they also have like a schedule here, but only for August. What is coming out on the 16th? 16th is in 2 days. What is this? Can't read it. Either way, I should contact them once, you know, just to see what they say. Maybe they're interested, maybe not. Maybe we can do a collab, maybe not, just to grow a little bit, you know. Again, I don't have a problem writing an email to these companies. The problem is that in a lot of cases, they would think they're too big for me, and that's a fair justification. Like, who am I at the end of the day? But would be cool, you know, maybe we can get something going. Let's have a look at the artists, actually. So, Ravi is there, Navla, Cold Bay, Saido. That's it. I wonder how they produce music. Oh, they actually have a notice. Great, can't read it. At least it's official. You know, I'm happy for them. At least they are keeping the website very official. Very nice website. Really, really nice website. Actually, a really simple design. I might actually steal this for the future. Very simple, but very nice. Like, guys, what do you actually think of it? Can you click on this? No, you can't. Wait, did something. It's loading. Nothing happened. So my computer just loaded and I thought it would load. Oh, there we have all the links. Yeah, but that's cool. I'm gonna bookmark this for sure and keep it for later. Let's keep reading. There are some channels that have English subs to the whole episodes on the YouTube. Guys, I just want to say, if you want, join the Discord. You can share all the links there, and it's actually much easier because, yeah, I'm there. Let's say it like that. And let me just throw a link up there, so you guys can join and actually share all the information. Because for me, it's easier than once the link is gone. Oh, sorry, when the live stream is gone, I don't have access to any of the text anymore, so it's a little bit dangerous. So just click the link. It should automatically bring you to my channel, and it should be good. And we have quite an active group there as well. I mean, I think someone just joined because I just got a notification. If it wants to load. And Ben joined. Really cool. I just want to see if anyone... all the recommendations. So just join there. I think it's really cool. I mean, Leia, you should get Discord. Like literally, it's I think it's a cool place to communicate with people, and really simple. Like you can get it on your phone. I don't know. I like it. I think it's a really good place, to just join different rooms, let's say, and everyone has interesting topics. Like I have joined multiple topics over all the years, or multiple channels. Really, really fun. I can only recommend it. Like I also thought at the beginning it's quite useless, but yeah, that's the thing. What Benja says is true. It's just a nice way to get all the people in the community together. I think it's great. Like all the people on YouTube that want to just go there. We can talk a little bit, have suggestions. Really, really fun. I think. Like everything is there. Like you just need to go on it, and it's quite self-explanatory. You have different rooms. In that room, you have other channel. Sorry, what is it? No, yeah, you have channels, and then in those channels, like for example, mine, Genkila, the channel itself, you have different rooms, and you can chat all about different topics, share videos, listen to music. It's really a cool place to be. Like it's really fun as well, and it's just fun to share ideas, and just the people with the same thought would use it. I think it's really fun as well. I'm thinking actually, should I? I'm gonna sit down a little bit. The stream is more talkative than I thought. Let me just prepare this a little bit. Getting the chair, getting the chair. There we go. Chair is going down. Table is going down. There we go. I don't even know if am I there or not. I don't know if I'm okay. That's okay. Put on my hat, get all the hair out of my way. Yeah, but for sure, I'm going to check out all these groups. I want to check them out for sure. I think it's still interesting that there's so much to explore, and I think there's an opportunity for me as well to get in somehow. And I think this is a good start, maybe, I'm just trying to look at this picture. Did they Photoshop this together? I think so. This really looks Photoshopped altogether. Like, it looks like a cool photo altogether, but like I say, it's fine. Time for some water, guys. I hope you guys are also drinking. Just make sure you are drinking. It's really, really hot today, actually. I don't know, ever since I had Corona like 2 years ago, at the very start, I have a channel that I post all the weekly new K-pop and J-pop MVs, working on Discord bot that does it out of man. Yeah, the bot costs money though if you want to do it. I think it costs like €80 forever. It's or $80. I don't really remember which one, but it's worth checking out actually. Like I'm also thinking it. You can write in German, you can write in everything. I think there's even a translation option there. But worst case, people are fine. They just translate stuff. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I don't know. But for me, Corona has really just affected my throat. Like I was able to talk forever before, but lately, even though it was 2 years ago, I don't know, I get a pain in my throat. But a lot of people have quite big problems. There are even people that, because of all the coughing, they literally sometimes still have like blood coming out of it because it just weakened their throat. I don't know, but it's really just terrible. So get vaccinated. That's all I can say. I mean, fuck getting sick. It's really just one of the terrible. It's just terrible. Like. Do you have a tingly feeling in the back of your throat? Like it feels like. Damn it! I don't know if this is a placebo effect or not. But speaking about that, the mucus. I know we're talking a bit disgusting now, but I sometimes have a lot of white mucus still coming up, and white mucus only came since Corona. Like I never had this before, and it's just horrendous. Like the problem is not that it's mucus; it's so thick, and I know I'm getting into the details right now, but it's just nasty, and it's really hard to get out. Like even salt water or anything doesn't really work. It's really hard to clean out. It's really just something. There's a lot of people. Like I know one of the bigger YouTubers. I don't know if you know him. His name is Mudahar. He just does random videos on topics every day. I kind of like watching it because it gives you a quick update on what's happening on a daily basis. But what I like about what he did like 2 days ago, he didn't get corona, but he got the flu. He didn't take his flu shot this year, and he got the flu actually. And man, his throat got destroyed. Like he talks, like he made this update video. It was just amazing, to see what it can do to you. And it's something that's going to be really, your body just takes time to heal. So I hope it's going to go away as well. Like I still think corona is still around. I think I picked it up multiple times by now. I just don't check too often, to be honest, because there's no point to it. I don't feel sick, but there are some symptoms where I'm thinking, this reminds me a lot of corona without the coughing. It's a bit weird, but that's really it. Okay, guys, who is ready for some interesting news? I don't know if this is a coincidence, but I still think it's a funny little thing that happened by SMEntertainment. I want to throw this out there as well. So, for the people who don't know, I think it was this one. I need to open up the right thing. So, for the people who don't know what happened, someone working at the SMEntertainment social media groups, like I think it's just an entire segment, of multiple people working there, they made an accidental mistake of promoting Key's return on the BlackPink. Man, I'm BlackPink-nized, no, but they basically on the aespa. Man, what a weird name. Really cool wording though, but I really have, when I read it, I just want to say aespa. I don't even think that's correct, but it sounds correct to me. But they posted the comeback of Key on the aespa Twitter page, which I still think is a very small mistake. There's just so much upheaval about it, but I just think it's the biggest bullcrap out there that people get completely confused about it. I think it's possible that this is even a stunt by SMEntertainment to, make a hybrid fan somehow of people from aespa coming to Key. Who knows? Maybe they're going to do the same in the future. Maybe they're just testing it. Doesn't really matter. I don't even know if the post is still there. Like, I'm going to have a quick look. So let's actually go. And in case you want to, guys, follow me on Twitter. I just actually got Twitter yesterday. It would be nice if you give me a follow because I feel very lonely there. Actually, Spicy Ben, you actually found me there. Really cool. But what I wanted to look at was actually, let's have a look at aespa. Where's the search button? There we go. aespa. There we go. Blah, 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 blah. Is it still there? Wait, can I just not look for the group? Wait, how do I look for the group? There we go. 3 million followers. Really, really cool. Let's actually still see if it's there, okay? If it's not there, it's a mistake. If it's still there, it's planned. Okay, let's see, August 12th, but I think this came out, let me have a look. This came out on 5 days ago, so on the 9th or 8th or so. Let's have a quick peeky, Where are we? August 11th. Man, they post so much. Is this the goal of Twitter? Do you need to post like 1,000 things on a daily basis to get well known? Come on, where is it? We're now on August 5th, so it's gone. Meaning it was a mistake, but hey, mistakes can happen. There have been multiple times where I also literally have uploaded something to the wrong account. Like I do the account management for businesses, for example. That's part of my marketing agency as well. What we do, we just do that for people. We make posts. We just let people do what they, just to get it going, because people misunderstand sometimes. It's all about the algorithm. You have to be pumped inside of it. aespa, no? aespa, okay. The umlaut really worked in this case. But it's gone. But mistakes happen. Who actually cares? Okay, this was a smaller update, but what I thought was actually really funny was actually the next part. So today, sorry, I keep hitting my mic. I should really just, every time I hit my mic, I should do something to unlearn this habit. What I wanted to show was actually this part. So 15 hours ago, a new news story came out, and all I have to do is read the headline and I had to giggle. Okay, maybe you guys don't understand it from the first point. Maybe you are not into it. The reason why I thought it was funny, but anyway, let's read it. SMEntertainment's representative says aespa is the key to becoming a future-ready company. Okay, let me read it again. And do you see what I think is funny? SMEntertainment's representative says aespa is the key to becoming a future-ready company. If you don't understand what is funny to me, let me just talk about something called SEO, search engine optimization. What is really funny about these words is that they interlink with each other quite good. I don't know if this is SMEntertainment trying to hide their mistake as much as possible underneath all of their actions, but it's possible. So let's just look at the words, okay? The person running SMEntertainment, okay, we already have a link, SMEntertainment, one word. We have key in there, key. Okay, I don't know if the word representative is in there. Blah, blah, blah. That is not there. Anyway, what they're trying to do here is, I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just thinking too far. But it seems like they're using the same words so that they get found, that they're trying to hide this post as much as possible so that they're using the same words so that this post gets found. That might be because, newer stuff always gets pushed on the top. It might be a tactic from SMEntertainment just to say, like, you better try to hide it as much as possible. You don't have to delete it. But, groups like this really have a lot of power and you just cannot avoid it. I just thought it was funny. I think it's a bit too much of a coincidence that we see the word key in it. Do you have to use the word key? No, but the word key and also the mistake with key, there's a lot of keys going on here. You know what I mean? Might be. The social manager probably uses some third-party app where they swap between their artist accounts. Yeah, there is something called Hootsuite, for example, where you just can have multiple accounts and you can time everything and everything gets uploaded. There's always a chance that something just goes bad, and that something gets, how do you say it? That something just gets uploaded to the wrong account. And also, apps like Hootsuite are total garbage. I think they're literally dog crap. I used it in the first time when I was working in a hotel again as a in the marketing team. I had so many posts planned out, none of them uploaded. The system was just crap. I don't know if this was something because it was that old and it just didn't update, but it was just terrible. But yeah, the mistakes can happen. They do use machines like this or apps like this or programs to really just manage everything, and I can imagine it as well. It's a headache. I mean, the amount of accounts that I have on my phone is a lot. Just clicking the wrong one might happen as well. I'm upset with SM because they refused to reschedule Red Velvet's concert from earlier this year when they came down with COVID. So what's going to happen? Are they not going to have a comeback, or what's not a comeback? Sorry, are they not going to have a schedule, or what's the plan there? But the boy groups in SM who get COVID, they get rapid response and rescheduling on their concerts. Yeah, you need to understand as well, SMEntertainment is just a company thinking about profit margins. If they know that someone has COVID and they can't do a show, but they know that the boy bands are able to make much more money, because let's say, you have to think about it like this: how many female fans are there and how many male fans are there? I think there are many more female fans out there loving all these boy bands. But I don't know. I cannot explain what it is. I don't have to explain because, hey, I'm not SMEntertainment, but this is all just a business choice. But it's unfair, but it's also the truth, and that's the thing. They control it all. SMEntertainment has everything in their hands, in their grasp. They have big freaking eagle hands. They will slaughter everyone in their way, and it's just worth it, just to mention it. Like, they're unbreakable. I remember when I was in Gangnam, in Seoul, man, I didn't even know what the SMEntertainment headquarters was until after I came back. So there is this street with all these bears. Were they bears? Yeah, bears with all the different groups that they manage. But it's not only all of them, because you also have BTS, BlackPink, everything. It's a really weird one. But in that street, you have SMEntertainment. It might be that Hype Labels is also there, and they did like a collab there with all the labels and all the artists that they do. It's a bit of a weird thing now that I think about it, because I took a picture with the BTS one and the BlackPink one, but I didn't know that Shiny was there. But I know that the Shiny one was there as well, because it's really big and blue. You cannot miss it. Either way, I just wanted to say these groups have a lot of power. You can't say they don't. I guess what they're talking about is that the cinematic universe that they're starting, I think it's called yeah, it's called like that, Kwangya, or something like that, or the SMN, whatever. I just want to say, I have no idea what they're doing with this universe. It seems like it's going to be a big project, but they should make a proper reveal. At the moment, I don't want to look too much at it. I want to, for now, focus purely on what is there, and then once the universe is there, I want to see it build up. I want to, how do you say it? I don't want to spoil myself with it. I want to really just see it when it's ready, because at the moment, a lot of people are questioning it. I look at the feedback, but it's just something that I don't want to spoil for myself. So maybe it all makes sense a little bit later. And yeah, if you look at it also in the post here, they are talking about Kwangya started. Wait, starting with NFT? Fine. Oh, damn it. I thought they were going to sell off NFTs. Oh, man. Oh, man. That could actually be an amazing opportunity. SMEntertainment selling off NFTs. That could be money making. I bet there are people out there willing to own pictures of certain groups. Like, can you imagine if you own the aespa group photo of a certain year or something like that? Could be really cool. I just thought this was a bit of a coincidence and thought it was funny. Put a giggle on my face that just the headliner. It's not about the idea of it. I think it's really cool, but yeah, I just thought the headliner was a little bit too much similar to this. And again, they're trying to hide stuff most likely, or trying to steal all the views from this one onto this one. SM and Riot Games are working on NFTs. Well, fuck. That's all I have to say. I think this is not a good thing. Like I'm a big fan of crypto, like don't get me wrong, but I hope that they don't do it. Even though I would maybe be up to buying something, in all honesty, as silly as it sounds, because it's K-pop related, and look, I'll buy it for you guys, and maybe in the future we can just give it away or something, or do an auction or something, whoever wants it can get it. But I think it could be something really worth it, because if you think about it, K-pop and NFTs and collectibles are massive. Like the amount of people that I talk to over all the years that have these little passports of things that they, with everything they collected, it's massive. Like it's a real massive business. I don't know if any of you ever traveled to Seoul or anything like that, but there is so many things you can buy there for any group. You want something on a Gen 2 group, it's there. You can buy stickers, you can buy socks, you can buy everything from them. Like these stores are money making machines, and I think NFTs is just something that could complement it. Like imagine having a photo. The problem is, like, what would you do with it? The moment you share it on internet, people can just steal it anyway, so it's stupid, or the photo is most likely online already. It's a little bit questionable. Like, I don't know what they're going to do with it. I hope that they're not going to sell off NFTs in the K-pop world, but I do think it's a lot of money. I think there's a lot of people out there that would really spend a lot of money for something that no one else can hold. Like the amount of people that would try to buy off like a piece of clothing that was worn in an MV. It's there. There's this guy, what's his name, Billy English or something. What's this guy called? This K-pop fan. He bought like something from a BTS MV, and he says it was exactly the same one, and he paid like a couple €1,000 for it. If people like them can pay a couple of thousand, imagine some fans here just willing to spend 50, 100, maybe even $500, on something. The opportunity is there, and I think it could be a real good money-making machine for SM and maybe even Riot Games if they sign up all together. I'm actually thinking to watch that the Nine Muses MV documentary tonight on Twitch. If you do want to follow me, I'll watch it again, because I do want to focus on it again now that I'm a little bit more into K-pop, into the topic. I think it could be quite an interesting topic to look at and also talk about again, especially if you guys are there. It's an hour, I would say. I think it was like 50 minutes or so of a documentary. It could be a really, really cool documentary to look at with you guys. Like alone is one thing, but with more people, it's always more fun. Man, that was a lot of talking. Guys, I think it's really cool, to talk about these topics with you guys. I think over the course of time, more and more people will join, and I think it's also going to be very exciting to see how more people are going to join and how we're going to be a little bit more talkative on different topics. There's so many different topics to talk about, especially K-pop. I think it's a very controversial topic, whether it sounds funny or not, but it's the truth. And I hope that there is more that we can talk about. If you're into feet, here there's a picture of a feet. What's up with these ads, by the way? They just look so weird. One sec. Cardiologist baffled. The Japanese way to lose weight. You put a sticker on your foot, okay? You put a plaster on your foot. It's going to suck the fat right out of your foot, from your stomach into your foot. I have no idea. But hey, that is okay. And then we have the I don't even want to click on these things. Like, should we click on it? Yeah, let's open up on it. Okay, let's just have a look. Now that we're looking at it, is Soompi actually really that much better? One second. I'm gonna look at this picture. Not that it's gonna be like 500 naked ladies or something, you know, like you never know with these kind of things. Oh God. Alrighty, it's actually safe. Let's actually look at this. One sec. We're gonna have a look at this. So, doctors amazed. Let's just read it, okay? Doctors amazed. People in Germany losing weight with these new $18. Why the hell would you have it even in dollars in Germany? Detox patches. Yo, hold up. Are we losing weight or are we now? Whoa. Theoretically, you could sue these guys. I came here for losing weight. You know, now they're talking about detox. What am I detoxing from? My body fat? Like, is that even possible? Is that a nice way of saying that you want to lose weight? A single patch is used to effectively tackle over 30 pain factors. Yo, what is going on? Are we now looking at pain? Are we looking at losing weight? Or are we looking at detox? Oh, it can also make losing weight child's play. Yeah, what the hell? This is weird. This is a very nice foot reflexory chart. To be honest, I don't know what to say about it. I think they did an okay job. Like, can you just imagine that people are into this? There's even a 30-day money-back guarantee. Anyway, let's go back to the point, because Soompi are better at articulating their articulating their articles and do fact checking. Yeah, someone told me this as well, actually. Let me actually see how it works. Are there actually videos? The question is, the only thing that I like about all the K-pop is that they have a very nice system on when stuff is released. So when I go here, I can quickly see, okay, news. And for me, at least for me, what's very interesting is when is there a new MV? And then you all of a sudden will get, oops, I have to click on new. You know, for example, boom, music video. For me, that is the better website. But I do think that Soompi, and I heard this a lot, is that there is a lot of better fact checking there as well. Some people already mentioned it in the Discord as well when we asked about it. And these topics can go really, really crazy at times. Really, really nice, actually. It's always nice to just talk to people who are into it a little bit more, you know, just to see what's actually happening. And I think that's also a fair statement to make. Does that make sense? I think that's a fair statement to make. But yeah, this is all the topics that I have on mind for today. There is not much more that I could say. Yeah, this is not even a joke. What you said is true. They do rip off articles, because sometimes I go to all the K-pop and you just copy and paste an article. You want to look at, fact check it yourself. And what happens is that it's exactly the same as someone else. Literally a copy and paste, which I think is sometimes bad. Sometimes they change a couple of words, but you're like, hey, someone here is copying someone, you know? There's a lot of good stuff. There's so many topics always to talk about. You know, the one thing that I think is exciting about the Korean lifestyle is that there's always something to do there. I don't know why, but there's always something to read. There is always something to do. There's always something, you know, like this is the only thing that I think was missing a little bit in Germany, for example, maybe even Europe. I think the news outlets here have died off slowly. At least they don't even take themselves serious anymore. I'm just fascinated by looking how things are in the other side of the world. Oh, damn it. Need some oxygen. Like, that's the problem with hot air. You just get tired really quick. But I just think the Korean lifestyle is just a very interesting lifestyle to pay attention to. I'm not saying that it's always the holy grail, but I do think that it's one of those lifestyles that you can learn from and improve your life on, and also just get better and better at what you're doing and take examples of it. I mean, there are some things that I just don't like. Here, for example, this weird face softening. Yeah, I don't know. It just comes over a little bit too much. It doesn't really do anything for me. But maybe it's an interesting thing. Like, I think there's a video about it. We might check it out in another time. But yeah, guys, this was my plan for today. Like literally do a 90-minute stream. I think it was a good stream as well. It was worth watching, I hope. It was really nice to talk to you guys as well and actually learn a couple of things. And I do agree, like you say, the comment section is always something questionable. Even with my videos, the comment section is quite questionable. It's quite difficult at times. Sometimes. Did I just repeat myself? But that is purely because they are, how do I say it? People take things out of context really quick, and it's really toxic then. And I don't like it. Like I really just start banning people. Only if they start becoming toxic to other members. To me, I don't care if people are toxic. Like, I'm an open person. I make my opinions. Hey, look, that's how it is. Then that's how it fucking is. That's how simple it is, you know? But there are people out there that really start fighting, and I don't like that. I don't appreciate it. And there are some people already on the channel as well, especially with the BlackPink comeback. The fights are starting. And luckily, I'm a small channel, but can you imagine if I had 1 million subscribers? It would be quite hellish. Quite contradicting, because I'm not contradicting. It would be very, actually, yeah, it would be quite contradicting what would be said there in many stages. You know, I'm quite small, but yeah, imagine if it was just bigger. But I'm okay with that, because I'm quite, it's not contradicting, controversial. I'm quite controversial myself, and I think it's a fair thing, you know, but don't do it to others. The worst thing about K-pop, yeah, okay, that was the comment section. That's what I just answered. Also, posters can't wrap around. Oh, posters. I thought like a piece of paper. Opinion is always a base everything of what is right or wrong. Yeah, there is never this gray zone, and that is, I think, just one of the problems, where the gray zone is just, is it ever going to be positive? Can it maybe be negative? I can understand what the other person is saying. No, it's literally like, you're wrong. You're just fucked. You know, it's really just something that I just don't like when people start contradicting each other like that. Like, I always believe, listen to people, understand where they're coming from. You don't have to agree with them, but at least give them the opportunity to say what they want. But some people are just toxic from the start, and they are really, really bad. By the way, Bay, welcome back after a long time. I honestly think that some fans exaggerate and make unnecessary drama that's sick. But they do it to do it, you know? It's not like something they're trying to hide. They really just try to push this forward, you know? They really try to get this attention because they know that they get something from it. I mean, if you look, for example, I don't know if you guys know about it, Bay, I think you were not there during this time, but I used to talk, for example, about this OT3 thing. And this OT3 basically is with anything that has a group that has most likely 4 members, and people are really just picking and matching different members and making their own groups out of it and calling it OT3. Maybe even there's something called OT2 or OT1. I can imagine OT1 does exist, purely because of all the problems that were caused with BTS and what's that member called? He didn't get as much as he didn't get the light that people. What's he called? I can't think of it. You know, what's it called? BTS members. Let's have a look. Okay, we need to bring this up. Give me Jimin. That was his name. So the same thing is, for example, with Jimin. Let's actually bring him up here just really quick so we know what we're talking about. I remember all the fights that were happening with Jimin. I made this post where I started talking about K-pop news, and what happened is that there were so many people fighting about why Jimin is not getting the recognition that he's getting. The one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that they just don't know their place. They don't know what their space is in a video or in the comment section, or what they should say or what they can say. And it's quite sad, actually. Some people think that they talk as if they're like the mother of Jimin. They talk as if they're the mother of all the groups, and it's so baffling weird. Like, it makes no sense at all on what's happening. It makes no sense on why they do this, and I don't even know what gives them the justification to do this. You know, like, what is causing them to do what they do? It's really weird. And I hope that, I'm just reading your comment. The OT thing is in every group, unfortunately. Like, yeah, it's true. But it's just freaking terrible, and it's really weird. Sasangs feel as if they hold ownership of their idol biases. Yeah, I was working on a documentary of some sort because I got some really cool insights on someone who was a Sasang of BlackPink actually. I have it on hold for now because it takes a lot of time to build up a video like this, like really long, and I had a lot of private projects, so I couldn't just mix it together. But I'm going to make this video, and it's talking about, as I was saying, and how they basically, how toxic the world can be. How do they get their information? What is actually happening? And it's quite sad, I think. As for MS the sickness, I think you mean SM. I think people will always be dissatisfied because if they make one group come back well, others cry that they are not promoting them. It's stupid. But then again, it's business. You know, that's how you have to see it. You know, a lot of people take it personal. Sadly, it's just all business and people have no say at all. The scariest thing is that dude from Germany who kept stalking Neon from Twice. What do you mean? Like, how can you throw this article maybe onto the Discord? Like, I have a section there for new suggestions. Just throw it on there. I would love to just hear it. Like, I just want to read it. I think it would be cool. Maybe we can just read it all together now. It would be kind of cool. It just sounds completely fucked, to be honest. And that's how sad it is, you know? There are videos of it. You know what? Let's not look at it now. I'll maybe make just another video on it based on this. I think it's a topic by itself. You know what I think is sad, by the way? I know it's going to throw that, and a lot of people might hate me for it. I have a feeling they're really just sexualizing Neon at the moment. There's something about her outfits and everything that they're really just popping out there. I think she's super cute, but they're mixing up that sexiness with a cuteness, and it's really as if this is the selling point. I also like her song, but the outfits, I don't know. Like, are they sexualizing her? It's really hard to say. A lot of people even underestimate. Bae, that's a really good point. So when I was working at all these big companies, a lot of people underestimate how much a promotion actually costs. If you really want to hit global, you need millions, like millions. You know, it's really hard for groups to get further than Korea purely because they don't have the money to promote in Germany, promote in Holland, promote in Poland, promote in America, promote here, promote in New York, promote in Texas. It costs a lot of money, and a lot of people don't even know it. There is a channel called The News Suggestions. You can see it there. Just throw it on that one. I will have a look at it. It should be under K-drama. But a lot of people misunderstand that. And a lot of people don't understand if you have a budget of 1 million where you need to cram in an MV, you need to cram in a artist, you need to cram in paying your artist, you have to cram in a video maker, a director, a studio. Where are you going to get the money from? It doesn't just pop out of someone's ass, you know, and that is the you know, I'm saying it really harsh right now, but it just bothers me that a lot of people don't understand that. And it bothers me a lot because it's that same thing when people come to me. So when I do filmmaking, okay, I have weddings, I have different I have different projects that need to be completed. Sometimes they come to me, and the funniest ones are, "Hey, bro, I got $500. You want to film for a day?" I'm like, "Yeah, but what do you want me to do for it? Like, I'll be there for €500, okay, you know." But I'm not going to bring my equipment. I'm not going to film. I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to bring an assistant. I'm not going to bring lights. I'm literally just going to stand there with you. You better have a good idea there. And the moment you say this, people can get very aggravated, sadly, because they think like, "Oh man, you're playing with me," you know, or something like that. But this is the same thing with any business. When you don't have the money, you just don't have the money. It's that simple. You have your budget and you have to cramp so many things in there that people just don't understand it. And it's actually quite sad. You know, it's really sad that people are like this. I don't get it, but it is the truth, sadly. It's just something that just irritates me because I know how it is, you know. And especially when people come to me and say, oh man, why are you not doing it better? Well, do you have money for it? Or lately, I think it was like a couple of days ago, someone says, oh, why did you not shoot more video on this project? Someone came back, a client. And I'll be honest about it. We had a list of things that had to be shot. And we're really on good terms. Like, don't get me wrong. But you have to understand, if I'm only there for 3.5 hours, it's not just that the camera is rolling for 3.5 hours. Okay, in perspective. You have setup, you have prep, you need to make sure you get the right angle. You need to make sure that the angle is set correctly. Just putting it on paper is one thing, but in reality, it's always very, very different. And it's something that bothers me sometimes, it's something that goes onto my nerves, only because it's a little bit disrespectful, That's like if I ask someone to do, I don't know, to manage something. I will give them the time that's needed, that I think at least is needed to complete something. But if I say within an hour, like, did you get the contract? Did they sign it? Did they do everything? No. Or when I used to work at a corporation, another fun one, they had this manager of mine, okay? I need to throw it out there. So this manager of mine, what she did is, she asked me, in my head, I know how long it takes for people to complete certain topics, okay? It just takes time. But in her head, she wanted me to pressurize them on a daily basis, every couple of hours, to see where are the certain assets. In this case, I'm just going to say the word assets. But what's the problem? I know they don't have it done. When there is many people involved, there is just so much happening, and it just takes a day. It just takes 2 days. And I told her this. She was not pleased with it, and I left the company. It's really sad, it's sad that it's from both sides. It's sad that it happens internally, but it's also sad that it happens externally. Like, imagine that I'm in charge of social media, I'm in charge of all the events, and all of a sudden I get pressure from fans that want to see their group, and I get pressure from the management that want me to push the group. And I'm just thinking, yeah, okay, but with what money do you want to do it? I got like €1,000 left over from all the productions. What do you want me to do? Yeah. Spending €1,000 on a multi-global group is like me throwing €1,000 in the water. It will not achieve anything. 0.0. You cannot do anything with it. I can rant about this forever. It's something that I always talk about, but I also just want to motivate people to say, hey, be calm. Everything will work out, and you don't have to pressurize a lot, Oh man, it just boils my blood that people are like this. Let me just quickly read the... Oh man, his face is even public. I'm not going to watch them right now. I have them here. But yeah, I need to calm down from that, what I just said. It really just boils my blood, because I just hate it when people don't understand what the reality is of it, Like I say, even for me to edit a video, okay, let me even say it like this. So if I have a client, we have a project, they want me to film and edit. To explain to them that I need at least 40, 50, 70, 80 hours, 100 hours to edit a project, they think I'm joking. When you edit a video, a lot of people think it's just cut, stick together. What about color grade, which is very difficult? What about finding a good flow? Beat matching, color grading it again, sending it to the client, get feedback, wait 2 days, wait 3 days, getting it back, adjust the feedback. Great, send it back again. Are they happy? Maybe not. Just the feedback. You're easily talking about a week, 3 weeks, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of work that people just do not grasp at all. And I should just make a YouTube video on this topic. It's the most... I'm sorry, it's just fucking stupid, that people are like this. I try to educate everyone on it, but it's very difficult to just generate content. Like at the moment, like I'm not angry about it. Like I'm quite happy that I can do it. So like I say, I take care of all the social media for a company, which I'm really happy about. I take them on as my client. But I was working on Reels, and I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? And remind me if you come back to the next if you come back to the next stream, okay, just remind me on this. But I'm working on some reels, and my problem on the video is that the lighting in the conditions of the restaurant, in this case, is quite yellow, you know, and the food that they sell is also quite yellow, okay? And the food doesn't look tasty because it has this really weird look to it, because if I try to make it look more yellow, because more yellow is good, and you can do masking, you can do a lot of crazy things, but it's really just something that to communicate this to a client or communicate this to, do I have a stone in my eye or an insect? Wow. To communicate this is really difficult, and it's something that you always need to work on. What happened? Did I come back? What happened? Did I lose internet? Okay. Let me have a quick look on YouTube. What the hell happened? I didn't even know that I was gone. I was just reading the chat still. So it paused. Like, what was the last thing you heard? I'm just going to repeat it again, just very quickly. It's really hard to talk to clients and tell them what the reality is after the project. If I need 8 hours to work on something, I literally need those 8 hours. And 8 hours includes everything, you know, preparing, sorting, getting it ready, finding music. All these things take time, but sometimes it's just an unrealistic thing to tell to people, and they expect something in an hour. Really difficult. I mean, as lazy as I am, you know, sometimes I'm just thinking, if people want reels from me very quick, I even got the iPhone 13 Pro right now. And it's one of those things I'm really happy about, because I can make really quick content with this, and I'm happy about it. And okay, so yeah. Basically what I said is that if I have yellow lighting and yellow food, everything turns yellow, even on the table. Like if the table is brown, it doesn't help at all. So to reduce the yellow from the food and to reduce it overall is a very complex thing, because you need to find that balance where the food still looks naturally yellow. But the problem is, if I reduce yellow, everything gets less yellow. You have to think about it, you know, like yellow is yellow. It's like, let's bring it up on the screen. Let's have warm colored photos, okay? Exactly, there is no color contrast. Okay, let me just bring this on the screen so you guys can see it. I think this is a really good thing, you know, to bring on the screen. Is it happening? There we go. So if we look, for example, at any of these pictures, they are very yellow heavy. If I take this into Lightroom and I want to take away the yellow from this little tree here, I know I can take the brush and go around it, but it's just going to look crap. You know what I mean? It's just not going to look good. It's going to sort it out. But with video, this is a really difficult task. You have to imagine that every second you have 60 photos. So you have to do it every single time. No one is paying me for this, A, but B, it's also just very time consuming. But I understand that a lot of people just don't understand that process. And it's something I just wanted to point out. Yes, you know, it is very hard to edit. I'm ranting about it a little bit. It's more that a lot of people just don't understand how hard it is. People think live streaming is super easy. Streaming is also very, very difficult. I think it's very challenging. Even right now, I'm happy that you guys are there. It makes me really happy, but it's just fun to talk about it as well. Always nice to just talk about certain topics and have a good time, you know, about it. I'll be later on Twitch as well, actually. So again, if you want me to talk about anything and display anything in correctly, follow me on Twitch. Give me a follow. Support me there. I'll be happy. It's always just nice, you know, because I get a little more freedom there concerning music and everything. So it's always nice. Yeah, exactly. There is no color contrast, so you just cannot reduce something. It's all or nothing. You know, it's really difficult. But it's really hard to explain this to them. And for me to really make a good video, I need to have 100% control on the lighting, on the set, and everything like that. But that's really hard if you have an opening day on a certain event. Someone just follow me on Twitch. I know I got the notification. Thanks, Ben. But it's something that is really, really difficult and stressful to do. Like, it's a really tough job. And lastly, let's read the last part. It's kind of why I use RGB lighting behind me during streams. Well, I have a balanced key light. Well, I have a balanced key light on my face. You can create focus just by having a good lighting balance. It's true. What you're saying right now. I mean, it's really nice that you're here as well, that you get the sense of it. But if I look at my stream itself right now, I'm trying to create a bit of depth. That's why I got this mirror here. I think the mirror is going to help me out a lot, but it's not doing too much for me. So I still need to create a bit of light. And by doing that, I need to just have a bit of lighting. And that light is going to come very soon. I actually have it ready. I think I'm going to activate it at night when I start streaming, just to create a bit of depth, you know, a bit of color in the background, white in the foreground. It's about creating that sense of a biggerness. Is that even a word, a biggerness? That sense of, what's the word for it? Not growth. Man, help me out. The sense of something being bigger. What's it called? Man, I can't think of it. The sense of depth, yes, but also the sense of I don't know. Can't think of the word right now, the logical term. But the point is just that it's something that is it's just about creating a bigger field than what it is, and just creating a little bit with the grand. That's it. You know, just a bit of, make everything look a little bit bigger. And you know, in K-pop videos, it's something that is very difficult to achieve. Like, can I actually talk about this? But I think grand is a good word for it. I'm not sure if that's 100% it, but let me just bring up BlackPink, Black Venom. While we're talking about BlackPink today, where is it? Let me quickly, one sec. I have a screenshot for it. Let me just bring it up on screen. Downloads, where is it? This is a very good photo, actually. Let's bring it onto screen. So when we talk about grand depth, what they did wrong here, and I said that also on the MV, is literally that this wall in the background does nothing for the MV. At least the shadow doesn't. This shadow should not be here at all, or the shadows of the fangs. It just makes everything look so much smaller than what it is. I really thought it could have been like a misty background, you know, playing with my imagination a bit. But that shadow certifies that there is something there that is creating a shadow, aka a wall, a backdrop, and it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, and the vignette, you see, the vignette I don't really have a big problem with, because it's not a vignette that they added in post. I think it's just a spotlight that they're using here on her that's creating the circular lighting. It's not something they, you know, because here, for example, it's black, but here there is no vignette, so that's why I think it's a spotlight. But either way, I think it's a really weird, they shouldn't have done this. You know, they should have not had those shadows here. For me, it destroyed it optically. I hope they're going to fix this in the MV, if it ever it's going to be or hit the MV. But there's one way to find out, and let's just wait until the end of the month. I think this month is very exciting because I'm very much looking forward to the release of all the key content that I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be coming out. Ooh, when is it going to come? I need to have a look at that. When is Key coming out with his first release poster? Let me have a quick look. No, not the Key. K-pop. I don't. K-pop. There we go. When is the first thing happening? I think it's going to come on tomorrow. No. Where is it? 16th, 2 days. So on the 16th, so in 2 days, we're going to have a really cool look at this. This is my next plan actually for the month. I'm really excited for this. I really think that Key is one of the guys that I'm really learning from, and I'm just really much excited to see where this is going to with him, and I hope it's going to be really, really cool. And maybe you guys are going to join there, maybe not, but I'm really looking forward to this the most. This is something going to be super cool. I'm really excited what this is going to turn into, because it's giving me vibes like, thanks again for all the comments, you know, in the video, but a lot of people said it reminds them of Married to the Music, that era of Shiny, that era of All the Stars, which I'm excited for. And yeah, that's my plan. So I think this is also a good way to end the stream on YouTube. I still have to go to the shop, and it's going to close soon actually. Do you mean the boys? Well, hold up. The boys come back on August 16th, BlackPink August 19th. It's a really good month. It reminds me of last year. It seems like August is always the craziest month, by the way. And you guys are not allowing me to stop my stream, by the way. I just want to point this out. Are you really talking about The Boys? Is that a K-pop group? No. Are you talking about the show? The Boys, August 16th. Let's have a look what's coming out. Yeah, but I thought it was going to be the Netflix series, The Boys. I was like, wait, this next season is coming out already? I would fucking love to watch it. I don't know if you guys know the series, The Boys, but man, I bench watched it within 4 days. I could not get enough of it. It's such a strong show. I was like, whoa, I was about to jump out of my chair, think, holy shit, need to charge my iPad, so I can watch this and put it on my screen and everything. No, but I'm really just excited actually to do it. So yeah, it's really addictive. I thought the ending was actually a very interesting ending. Before we go back to K-pop, by the way, I think the ending is on The Boys. I don't know if you watched it. It's actually quite good. It's not. It's a real. What do you call it? I think it's called a cliffhanger. It's a very good. It's not even a cliffhanger. It's a very subtle cliffhanger. Like, you know what? We're going to continue, but we're not going to tell you in what way. Freaking dust. But yeah, the reason, my theory, by the way, and most likely it's also true. The reason why we have such a strong month is basically it's just the season. It's the perfect time to create MVs. It's a little bit warm, but the chance that the weather is good is nice. Everyone is energetic. You have more sunlight, so you can film more. I remember when I was filming in Sweden for really fun. I was filming an ad for Mercedes-Benz AMG. You only had literally, you have to think about it, 4 hours of sunlight a day. The sun would rise, okay? At 9:30, it would start going down at around 2:30. And the effective time of you using the correct sunlight, especially when it's cloudy, you better be busting your ass to get all the shots you need. Because, yeah, if there's cloudy, it was really bad. But yeah, that's the main reason, I think. I think August is going to be a really a good thing. Really, really cool. Where do you get all the information for the comebacks? Like, I would love to just have a list myself. Like, I wonder where you get them from. Like, maybe we can open up another thing where people can just put down dates. I think that would be another bad idea, actually, where people can just put down dates. Like, everyone can just do it on things that is coming back, so everyone gets excited. It's not about me making a video. It's about, even if I make a video now, people know, like, okay, who's coming where. It might be cool. Yeah, just put it on. I'm gonna make a new one. One sec. Edit category. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Comeback dates. It's gonna be a text chat. I think I'm just gonna call it like that. Wait, what the hell happened? There we go. So we're gonna throw it under the MV. Throwback videos is there. K-drama can go there. I think now it's good. You're quite quick. No, I just opened it up and there you go already. And hey, Leia. Leia is actually there. Good for you, Leia. I'm happy that you joined. I mean, Leia, it's very simple. If you look at Discord, I don't know if you're on your phone or if you're on your computer, but just to explain it very quick, just to help her out. I mean, you guys can also help her out. It's very simple. If you want to just go to all the different channels, they're all on the left side. You have everything like general, where I just have people who can come in. They can come there. K-pop, MV suggestions. Just want to throw it out there. Everyone uses the promotion during the warm months, and it's crazy. It would be so freaking funny though if imagine internally into the business to business world, there's like a discount code. Make sure to use your 10% discount code to make your first K-pop MV during August. I mean, these companies must be booked out till the end. Like, it must be crazy. Let me quickly go on Discord on my phone so I can show you then what I mean. Just that you understand it, that you get a feel for it, okay? So if you're, for example, on my channel, which I think you are, if you just swipe to the right, so you're swiping like, what I think, yeah, you have to swipe with your finger to the right, and then you get all the channels actually that is there. So you basically see all the different things you can go to. And if you swipe to the left, you basically see whoever is online. If you just want to write someone privately or something, it's very simple actually to go and navigate through it. Like it takes maybe a couple of minutes to get used to it, but you can just go to all the different segments and all this. And I think it's really good, you know, and if you have any ideas, just throw it in there. No one is there to hurt you. You know, it might seem that no one is online, but there's always people that are just there, easy to communicate. And I think it's a very fun place to just bring people together. You know, it's not about me. I know that a lot of channels, Discord channels, try to make it about themselves. I don't want that. I think it's just a place where I want to share my videos. I mean, that of course, but also where everyone can just talk away. I'm also just thinking about, as weird as it is, create a few channels where you can really be dedicated to all the different groups. Like, I don't know who's there, you know, like Shiny, BTS, BlackPink, whatever's out there. Could be also really cool, but it takes some time. Like, these things take forever to set up, you know, it's not a simple process. What do you mean? More of what? More MVs or more music videos, like from our European part, or... Oh, by the way, guys, I think I know what happened with my stream. So since this month, the internet would literally just cut out. I don't understand what it is, but it would cut out for a couple of seconds. It's really frustrating. I am not a big fan of it, but it's the truth as well, you know, and I can't change it at the moment. I hope they're going to fix it soon. A lot of people are complaining. But yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I need to tell you, I bought myself a new drone. I bought myself another drone, really excited about it. Fuck yeah, I'm really just happy. I now have 3 drones in total, but I love how every time you have a different use for everything. Like, I love buying gear. Like, gear is an addiction, and I know it's expensive. You know, paying $1,000 or dollars, bucks, euro on a shot is like you know, it stabs you in the heart. Like, it stabs me in the heart, but it's a really fun experience. You know, it's like, okay, let's just go for it. Yeah, Bay, to be honest, if you hear anything about concerts, we should all just meet up if we want to and just make a cool video about it, about our experience going to a show. I should have gone to the K-pop event, but I'm really happy I didn't go. So I don't know if you know about it, but there was an event called K-pop Flex, I think. I think it was called like that, in Frankfurt. And some stars came, okay? I heard so many bad things happened there. No water, no food. The queuing up for food was crazy. The queuing up for all these different things. There was just not enough of it. And you know what the sad thing is? The only way that people were able to buy drinks, like, this was the limit. Like, imagine you're on a festival. People were dehydrated. And then, you know, to not get out of the queue, the friends would go somewhere to also get drinks, for example, and they would not sell more than 1 drink to a person. I mean, holy shit, like, that is terrible. Like, man, there's so many topics that we can talk about on the next stream. Like, I think next time we just do a very long stream, maybe a couple of hours. We just keep talking about stuff. Like, it doesn't really matter. It would be really cool if you guys are there. It's always fun more to talk about people because we just keep on rambling. But it's just the most frustrating thing ever, you know, when you hear these things where people just care more about the event, but they don't care about the people. Terrible. Something usually always wrong when it's about when I'm about to go live. Like, my video crashes, causing a black screen on stream. Yeah. You want to hear my simple term behind it? That sounds fucked. I cannot say anything else about it, but I know how it is. OBS is generally not my favorite. I'm using it myself, but it seems like OBS has a few problems where it just causes a lot of trouble. You need to update your drivers. You maybe need to reinstall OBS as well. That's the only thing I can say, and maybe it gets better. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Like, it's me, you know, I'm very open. A lot of people are like you. They say, I wish I found you sooner, but it's really hard to get found. You know, there is a lot of people out there, and I'll be honest, yeah, and I'm quite open about it. There's this entire big discussion on man, I forgot it. I forgot the YouTuber's name. Doesn't even matter. But a lot of people talked about it. But there is so much discussion about how hard it is to get recognized on YouTube these days because there are people just uploading content on the spot. And even though I'm a reaction channel, I always try to educate people on what's happening, what I like, what I don't like, what you can improve, what the problem is, what is good about something, whatever. I try to take my own edge on it. But there's so many people out there just uploading a lot of content out there without adding too much to the and Bay even knows about this. Like on Patreon, I made a video about it. Like if you're a patron, the video is there. But I talked about how some people really just make videos and they do jack shit with it, and it's really just sad because and this is why bigger YouTubers are complaining as well about it, because it doesn't do anything good for the community. Content should be content because you should be able to learn from it, but it's so, that's the word, it's so oversaturated with crap that it's so hard to get well known on anywhere. It's like, I'm happy I got my subscribers. I'm really happy about it. We're nearly at 2,500. Like I'm hoping to get 2,500 soon. Like we're now at 2,451 or so. 2,055 doesn't really matter. But I'm really happy with these guys because you guys really just supported me over the time. Like, it makes me happy to see that people have an equal mindset, but it makes me sad that you have so many people that write me and they say, man, it's so sad that you're being pushed under throughout all these videos. I remember when I was making videos about Taman, not a lot of people make videos about Taman, funny enough. I don't even understand why, but I started making videos about Taman. And Bay, I think this is also the moment when you found me, but I only realized with Taman, he was the only thing that was not unsaturated, but I didn't know that back then. But he was the only one that really pushed me forward, into getting where my channel is. But man, the moment you keep pumping out videos, fuck, like I can only curse about it because it's something that is something that I want to solve. Like I want to motivate people to react to channels or react to videos, but give their own touch, like do your own thing with it. The amount of people that watch videos and live stream and they do nothing, on Twitch, like how many people are just watching something and doing nothing with it? It's really, really weird. Yeah, and also the thing is, when I started uploading about Taman and people saw that I was getting good views on it, like I'm not saying millions or anything, but I was getting a couple thousand on a day. It all of a sudden other people started doing it, and then when other people started doing it, my views started decreasing because they're oversaturating stuff. And I'm not saying their videos are better or worse than mine. Like, they do what they want to do. Like, I don't care. But it's frustrating when you just get pushed down nonstop, and it's not really fun. YouTube is oversaturated, especially during the lockdown period. By staying consistent is very key to growing. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm doing on YouTube. I'm trying to stay consistent as anything. I'm pushing forward, even when I'm stressed. Unless I'm not at home and I cannot make a video, I would still push forward. I'm gonna do my best with it, and that's the most important. And yeah, consistency is power. It's something that I learned a long time ago. It's something that I keep telling people, and it's a beautiful saying. How long am I streaming actually on YouTube right now? Because my OBS restarted it because of my internet issue. I'm just wondering. I think I should be on 2 hours, 2 hours, 50 minutes. Really nice. But yeah, it makes me really happy though, that the stream today was really good. I enjoyed it. For the people who don't know, go watch the reaction video to my GOT7 video. I really love it. I really am just happy about it. Bay, I don't know if you watched it, but you certainly should. 100%. I think it would be cool. And at the same time, I'm also going to do this every Sunday as much as possible. I wish Otaku was here, but she can't. She's busy on Sundays. But I just realized that Sunday is literally the best day for me to stream. Saturday is always a bit difficult because shops are open on Saturday and I'm just busy. I have projects to run down, and I'm going to keep on pushing forward. By the way, how's the stream quality? Like, it's good, no? I hope it's good. Like, would you say it's high end? I don't fucking know, to be honest, but I'm trying my best here. Just hope that it's good. Also, just gonna throw this out there. To everyone who joined my Patreon program for at least a month on the €5 tier, I want to throw this out there. So I made hats. For the people who don't know, I have my own brand, Fuku. You can always check it out. The website is there. I have another one here, actually. I actually have come on, don't fall down. Oh man, if that stand fell on my head, I would most likely just have a broken conscience. For everyone who tiered up for the last months already for a group €5 tier, let's say, you would get a hat from me. I'll send them over from Fuku. I still need to do it. So, Bay, you're already part of it as well because you have been a Patreon for such a long time. Like, you supported the channel a lot. I'm sending out the hats, the pink one. You want to see it? I'll send it over. So this is the pink one. I don't know, man, I can't see it. There's such a delay when I look at my YouTube stream. One sec, guys. So this is the pink one. It's in reverse though, but you have to imagine it being correct. Again, actually fits my clothes actually. Like, I really love my clothes that I make. Like, I love the designs. I love the quality behind it. This is really cool to wear. Like, for me, it's 30 degrees outside, but wearing this is really calm. Like, the quality is just great because it's cotton and it doesn't heat up as much. Also got blue, also got this. I should have more. Hold up, guys. Stay there. I have a couple that I want to show you. Give me one sec. I don't even know where they are because I wear them all the freaking time. And I'm back, boys. And I also have... I like this one the most, actually. I love the gray. I love the gold. Like, this is really nice. It's not yellow. It's like gold. Really, really nice. Yeah, I mean, go for it. Merch costs nothing, you know? Like... Yeah, Vey, don't be crazy, but I got inspired to do this one by Shiny. But I want to make one more, which is actually really shiny, which is just going to be black, but then with like a aquatic blue text, like as close as possible, of course, to the shiny colors. I'm going to work on it, but I'm going to be sending over these things anyway over to all my patrons. I think you guys deserve it. You know, like, you've been supporting me a lot. Like, you guys really got me a lot of gear over the years. Like, right now it's paying off the drone, funny enough. Well, not all of it, you know, but even if it's €10, it's €10 discount, I would say, you know, on the drone, you know, if you can put in that perspective. But there's a lot of things that I would suggest that I can get. So one is coming your way. I'm going to see if everything is going to work out. You know, I'm going to update you all when I have everything set up, you know, when I can get everything done, because I love the design. I love everything. I love the clothing brand itself. Like, if you want to support, I'm just going to put the link on down there as well. Damn it. I can't, for some reason on OBS, I cannot write on the YouTube chat. Let me see. What is it called? Patreon.com/Genkila. There we go. That should be the link. If you do want to support, you know, I'll always be happy. And it will be very nice as well. Like I say, even if it's for a month, it starts from €1, but the hats only go for the people who really paid in more than 5 for the time. And I'm really happy always, you know, to support people out. I mean, if you want to do mugs, you can always do it. I think merch is something that can be good or bad. You should get yourself a designer, I would say. Create something cool, you know, like, be happy with it. Like, always try to be independent. I just started my own clothing brand. I just love it. Like, Babe, I'm going to show you something, okay? So this is literally, and let me have a quick look on my OBS to see how it looks like. So this is my entire Fuku collection. Like, it's a lot. Like, this is not everything, sorry. Like, this is only like half of it. And I really, really love it. These are all my designer clothes. I'm going to tell you a bit of a joke, by the way. I know I'm not talking to Mike, but so I bought this jacket, by the way. Yeah, it's a designer's jacket. Like, this is a high-end designer jacket, beautiful quality. I was not able to join into any club because they thought I was from military. It's freaking ridiculous. And I told them, what's wrong with the jacket? You know, it's a designer's jacket. And they're like, no. I'm like, man, the jacket was really expensive, man. Like, help me out, you know. No. They thought I was like a rebel or a terrorist. I can't really say. But yeah, I love. I like my clothes as well. It's always good to look good, you know. My daughter laughs that I'm too old for such things just because she takes them. Yeah, but that's always the case when you buy hats or clothes or anything like or t-shirts. People always just take each other's clothes. Like even having a girlfriend, you know, I'm missing a hoodie, a really nice hoodie as well. It was so sad. It was like light blue. There is literally nothing, but I think it can be offensive, you know, like with the war of Ukraine and everything right now. It can be really much. Guys, I need to go to the store because it's going to close soon. I am going to stream later on Twitch 100% because I want to watch the Nine Muses again. If you want to join in and we can all watch together, it will be a fun little movie session, let's say. And it can also be really fun as well. And we can also listen to music or talk about anything without getting, you know, blocked on YouTube. So if you want to, go ahead, you know, follow me on Twitch. Like I already said, I know that Ben is already following me. And I look forward to it. You know, I really look forward to just being part of it, to being part of you. Being part of you. My God, that sounds... yeah, you don't have to. I'm anyway just going to do it. I think it's fun if anyone wants to join in. Everyone is welcome. But for now, guys, I just want to say arigatou gozaimasu. In other words, thank you very much in Japanese. Or in Korean, gamsamida. Gamsami. Yeah, kamsamida. There we go. There we go. I'm happy now. Oh my God, you're in Hawaii. Well, that's really difficult. That's cool as well. Just do it. It will be like a couple of hours, you know. If you're going to sleep, that's fine as well. I'm just going to be there. If you're there, I'll be really looking forward to see you there. But if not, that's cool as well. Bay, I'll keep you updated for sure on the hat because I need to sort it out a little bit. Everything with transport is a little bit hectic at the moment because of the war, and we need to see what's happening also with the Chinese situation, and everything is a little bit crazy at the moment. You know, like all the transports, everything is hell. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Guys, you have been awesome, and I hope to see you all very soon again on next week's live stream. And I hope we can pull in a few more people. Like maybe we can pull in more people. Maybe I should have told people on Discord that I was live. Don't really know. But guys, I'll see you soon. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay happy. Wait, you're in Poland? That's okay. By me, it's also 15:55. But thank you very much, guys. I'll keep the stream open. I'll chat a little bit, but I'll catch you then. I was looking at my monitor, but I'll catch you then.